Right now, we're searching for a possible homicide suspect from Kansas City, Kansas. We believe he's armed with a weapon. We don't know exactly what that weapon is. Local schools are on lockdown. We also have officers posted at those schools.
We're following breaking news out of Montgomery County this afternoon. Right now, multiple agencies are helping with the search for this man, Pablo Serrano. Authorities say he's wanted for questioning in connection to a quadruple homicide in Kansas City and is considered armed and dangerous. We have team coverage on the manhunt this afternoon with 2 crews live in New Florence. We start this afternoon with ABC 17's Joe McLean, who joins us live at the scene of a 5th deadly shooting. And Joe, authorities believe Serrano is responsible for the shooting, or this latest shooting as well.
Kelsey, the house on Tree Farm Road is right across the highway from where I am right now. Police and state troopers aren't allowing anybody near the house right now. They say it is still, quote, a hot spot. Now, as you said, they believe the 49-year-old man shot dead here this morning was the 5th victim in a shooting rampage that started in Kansas City. We received information from police in Kansas City that late last night, 3 people were found dead of gunshot wounds and a 4th died later at the hospital, also from gunshot wounds. Investigators are right now searching, as you said, for Pablo Serrano, who is wanted for questioning in this homicide. But right now, 5 people are dead, and police do believe they are connected. Live in New Florence, Joe McLean, ABC 17 News.
Thanks, Joe. We also have a crew just down the street from that 5th shooting in New Florence. ABC 17's Deborah Kendrick joins us live from where authorities have made a staging area in the search. And Deborah, authorities still do not know where Serrano is right now.
That's right, Kelsey. You know, they have over 100 officers that are working on this scene as of right now. And they currently have the Montgomery Police, SWAT, Highway Patrol, and helicopters that are still searching the air just kind of around the Montgomery County area. Now, they are still thinking that he is still possibly in this area. They don't have that confirmed as of right now, but they have received a lot of tips from residents in the area that have saying that they are currently, they have kind of seen him spotted around here and there. Now, Serrano Victorino was started actually off in Kansas City, where 4 people were confirmed dead. Now, he was started off in a red Dodge Ram pickup truck that he abandoned on the side of the road. That's where a off-duty officer realized that the truck was the same truck from the shooter in Kansas City. Now, he was last seen at mile marker 175, and that's where Joe McLean was at the 5th victim that was shot. Highway Patrol said that he was armed and dangerous, possibly seen with the AK-47. Now, I did ask if there was any other weapons that were possibly in his vehicle or with him, and they could not confirm at the time, but all the schools in the area are on lockdown. No one is allowed in and out. Students are not allowed to leave until the scene has been cleared. Now, we did talk to Superintendent Gray with the Montgomery County School District, and he said that they are about to go on a lunch break, and they're going to go ahead and discuss that if this possibly does go on past dismissal time, they want to have a plan that's ready. And here's what he had to say.
We're getting ready to do lunch at those buildings, and we're going to take a classroom at a time down to the lunchroom, pick up their food, and take them back to the classroom where they'll be locked in and eat their lunch there. That way we won't have a large group of kids in one location at one time.
Now, police are currently on the grounds looking around the area, looking in backyards of people's barns and even their sheds to make sure that he's not anywhere to be seen. They are saying for residents to go ahead and make sure you lock your doors. And if you see anything suspicious with a description of the man, which we will have on our website, please go ahead and contact 911. Live here in Montgomery County, Deborah Kendrick, ABC 17 News.
Thanks, Deborah. And we have complete coverage of the manhunt in Montgomery County on our website. To read more about the shooting victims in Kansas City and what led up to today's manhunt, just go to abc17news.com or any of our social media accounts.
Well, we're off to a rather warm and almost muggy start today, if you could feel it in the air right now. Looking at Doppler and radar, we do have a couple of freckles on the radar right now in Moberly as well as near Marshall and Fayette. And we'll continue to see this increase here as we head into this evening, as we are tracking our next system, which will be moving in from the south and west here. This will be shifting into our area for tonight, giving us our first round of heavy rainfall. Now, this will be round 1 of 2, so we do have flash flood watches in effect as we we are expecting 2 to 7 inches of rain possible for our far southeastern counties. A flash flood watch is in effect for Pulaski and Phelps County, as well as flash flood or flood watch is in effect for Marys, Camden, and Miller County. Now, looking ahead for future track, will be dry until about 3 p.m. Now, that's when we'll start to see this rain shift in from the south and east for areas mainly to the south of I-70 for 3 p.m. And this will continue to push to the north here as we head into this evening. So when you are planning on driving home, you could see some heavy spots of rain, especially to the areas west of Highway 63. And as we head through tonight, notice the majority of this will start to clear out by about 3 a.m. and that'll make us dry for the start of Wednesday morning before we gear up for round 2 of heavy rainfall. Now, with this, we also for this afternoon have some instability associated with it. So thunderstorms will be possible to our far north and west here. Now, with this, we aren't expecting anything severe, maybe only pea-sized hail possible. As we head into tomorrow, we'll be dry to start out, but heavy rainfall will begin Wednesday at about 3 p.m., continuing into Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Then we'll dry out once again for Thursday morning. Looking at the rest of today, we'll continue to stay warm here. 60s by 5 p.m., only cooling off to the lower 60s by 8 p.m., continuing to see that wind out of the south, making us much warmer than we should for this time of year. Here's a look at your ABC 17 Storm Track 7-day forecast. You can see that we have rain chances continuing into Sunday. Monday, we finally dry up. Highs will be in the 60s with lows in the upper 40s and lower 50s.
Thanks, Casey. Today, former MU professor Melissa Click is responding to an investigation into her firing. You'll recall we told you yesterday the American Association of University Professors issued a formal investigation into her firing. The organization threatened to investigate last Friday if the university didn't reverse its decision to fire Click. Just in the last few hours, Click issued a statement on the investigation saying in part, "I reject the Board of Curators' claims that my case is, quote, not typical in their decision to terminate my employment. The curators bow to conservative voices that seek to tarnish my stellar 12-year record at MU." Click went on to say that she apologizes for some of her actions, but says she will not apologize for her support of black students who experience racism at the University of Missouri. Investigators with the AAUP will visit Columbia on March 22nd and 23rd to meet with Click, administrators, board members, and faculty members as well. Meanwhile, protesters were back out on Mizzou's campus yesterday asking for more action from university leaders. Concerned Student 1950 demonstrated outside the office for MU's interim chancellor, Hank Foley. The group also marched around campus with director Spike Lee. Lee is in Columbia to film a digital short series for ESPN about the Mizzou football team and its involvement with the Black Lives Matter movement. A house in Sunrise Beach is a total loss this afternoon. The Sunrise Beach Fire Protection District says it responded to a house fire at 27 Woodshed Road a little after 5 this morning. When firefighters arrived on the scene, the home was engulfed in flames. The fire had broken through the roof and was threatening nearby properties. Firefighters were able to eventually bring it under control about an hour later. Fortunately, the home was not occupied. Fire officials have not reported the cause of the fire. Today, voters in 4 states are heading to the polls for the presidential primaries. Recent polls suggest Democrat Hillary Clinton and Republican Donald Trump are the favorites in Michigan. Both frontrunners are trying to increase their delegate leads in an effort to make their claims on the nomination seem inevitable. Today, Democrats are voting in Michigan and Mississippi. Republicans are also voting in those states, as well as in Idaho and in Hawaii. Meanwhile, a new poll shows Marco Rubio may have some catching up to do if he wants to win Florida's Republican presidential primary. The poll says 30% of voters will vote for Rubio, but that's still 8 points behind frontrunner Donald Trump. Florida's winner-take-all GOP primary is critical for Rubio to remain competitive in the race. Its primary is scheduled for March 15th. We now know 2 hearings scheduled at the Capitol for this morning are canceled. A state Senate committee was set to review the University of Missouri system, and the Missouri House Higher Education Committee was set to meet to consider a bill that would create a revolving fund for student loans. We had crews at both hearings this morning. However, our crews were told the meetings were canceled. No word yet on a new date for the hearings. Boone County deputies are still looking for the driver of a car that ended up in a creek. This was the scene in the 6400 block of Rangeline Road. Deputies tell us the car went off the side of the road nearly 200 feet away from the spot it eventually landed. The passenger of the car got out and called 911. That person was then taken to the hospital. Authorities say they don't have a detailed description of the driver. Investigators are working to find out what started a fire at a Callaway County farm this afternoon, or yesterday afternoon, that is. The fire broke out at Fairview Farms around 1 in the afternoon yesterday, destroying 3 barns. At least 7 horses and 3 dogs died in the fire. The state fire marshal is investigating the cause. A GoFundMe page has already been set up for the owners of the farm. We've posted a link to it on our website. Just go to abc17news.com to find that. An investigation continues today after a Columbia City bus hit and killed a person. 66-year-old David Birkenbach died after he was hit at a crosswalk on Stadium Boulevard near the VA hospital. ABC 17 News has learned the 22-year-old driver is now on unpaid leave. He had been driving for the city for 7 months before the deadly crash. Columbia police officers are looking into the bus camera's footage for more details on the wreck. The Ferguson City Council is expected to reconsider approving a deal to overhaul the city's police and court systems. The decision to reconsider the agreement comes after a DOJ official assured city officials the agreement will not create an unmanageable financial burden. You'll recall the DOJ sued Ferguson a day after the city rejected the settlement in February. Now, department officials are telling city officials it could avoid litigation by signing the original agreement. The city's mayor says the council is expected to give a first reading tonight to a measure approving the deal.
Just ahead on ABC 17 News at noon, where the news comes first.
At least 9 people are recovering after a train derails in California. We have the details on what caused the train to derail, and we'll have an update on the conditions of the victims.
ABC 17 Storm Track weather can be heard on Zimmer radio stations, the Big 900 KFAL and 93.9 The Eagle.
Go out with your girlfriends and be part of the first annual Ladies Night Out. Presented by Jefferson City News Tribune and Her Magazine. Head to Capitol Plaza Hotel Thursday, March 24th and sample some tasty food and drink. Get health and fitness tips, see new beauty trends, and more. Swag bags go to the first 200 guests and door prizes awarded throughout the night. Tickets are $3 in advance, $5 at the door. A portion of proceeds will benefit RACs. So grab your girls and head to Ladies Night Out, March 24th at Capitol Plaza Hotel from 5 to 8 p.m.
Severe weather season is around the corner, and we want you to be prepared with the ABC 17 Storm Track Severe Weather Special.
We'll show you new ways we're keeping you ahead of the storm and what to do when you're caught in severe weather.
I'll also show you what to expect with my long-range spring forecast. Put your trust in the ABC 17 Storm Track Weather Team to track you through and alert you to severe weather this coming season. Join us tonight at 6:30 on ABC 17 KMIZ and at 9:30 on Fox 22 KQFX.
From the big wins to the narrow losses, no one covers your local team like ABC 17 Sports Zone.
High school, college, and pro. Get the stories about people going the extra mile on and off the court with extended interviews and content you can only get on abc17news.com.
Sports Zone, Sunday nights at 9:30 on Fox 22 KQFX and at 10:35 on ABC 17 KMIZ, where the news comes first.
So you want to invest your tax refund in a little home improvement, but you don't want the hassle of contractors and tearing down walls. Then shop Home Comfort Furnishings instead. Simply and affordably update the look of any room in your home with amazing prices on furniture store-wide during their New Year Clean Sweep sale. From desks, recliners, and sofas to bedroom and dining room sets. It's easy to find great deals on furnishings to spruce up the look of any room at Home Comfort Furnishings on Osage Beach Parkway.
Pearl Motor Company is proud to celebrate 100 years in business. Our family-owned company has thrived for 4 generations because when you hear us say we treat everyone like family, we mean it. As a thanks to our customers, we're making terrific deals all year long.
This month, get a Chevy Silverado Crew Cab with discounts as high as $11,000 off. Strength, reliability, advanced technology, Silverado.
Shop PearlMotor.com for up-to-date information 24/7 or stop by and check us out in Mexico, Missouri.
So for $5 down and $10 a month, I can work out in the judgment-free zone, get unlimited fitness training, and use all these awesome machines anytime? All for just $5 down and $10 a month?
Yep, all that for $5 down, $10 a month.
Thunderclap!
Thunder Pop indeed.
This month only, join Planet Fitness for $5 down and $10 a month. We're not a gym, we're Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness for only $5 down and $10 a month, now through March 16th.
Several people are injured right now after a passenger train derailed in California. Dan Simon shows us how it happened and gives us a look at the scene.
Breaking overnight, a harrowing scene of panic and chaos. A packed commuter train derailing 45 miles east of San Francisco after hitting a downed tree on the tracks, sending a train car full of passengers plunging into a swollen creek.
I realized something was wrong, so I held on to the rails, and right then the train flipped over.
I was thrown out of my seat.
All 214 aboard miraculously managing to make it off the train alive. Officials saying 9 injured, 4 critically, but not life-threatening.
I've never seen anything like this. It was absolutely chaotic. Absolutely chaotic. You can only imagine the terror and the angst that went through their mind when that was going on. Very fortunately, nobody was killed in this incident.
Rescue crews fighting the creek's fast-moving currents throughout the night to pull riders to safety.
It's scary. It's still scary, but you know, somebody was watching over us tonight. Everybody got out, and everybody's going to hopefully be okay.
That was Dan Simon reporting, and the commuter train was traveling from Silicon Valley to Stockton in Central California when it derailed. The Justice Department is appealing a judge's ruling that Apple doesn't have to provide access to locked iPhone information. Authorities made the filing yesterday in federal court, a week after a New York judge issued his decision. Federal investigators want the tech giant to break into the phone used by the San Bernardino shooter, Syed Farouk. The case hearing is expected to happen this Thursday in California. Sports reporter Aaron Andrews is getting millions of dollars over a secretly recorded video. A jury in Nashville gave $55 million to the famous sports reporter yesterday. Andrews filed the lawsuit after she was recorded nude in her hotel room back in 2008. She says the 2 hotel companies and the stalker are to blame for the footage's release. Officials are investigating after a car crash in Colombia. We'll tell you what we know so far. That's coming up.
I'm tracking a couple rounds of heavy rain over the next few days. I'll break down the timing of that and show you our updated rainfall amounts after the break.
ABC 17 News on the Go is sponsored by Mid-Missouri Honda Dealers. Honda is the smart way to go. Visit your Mid-Missouri Honda dealers today. When weather is the news, we're all over it.
That snow is expanding to the north and east.
There's still some slush building, so take it slow, be safe.
And we already have wind chills that are below 0.
ABC 17 News, where the news comes first.
Hey, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Jones from the insurance company. Remember, I'm the guy handling your car wreck case. I think $500 for a minor injury is pretty good. So you're gonna take it? Are you? Are you? Are you? Are you?
Do you trust the insurance company to pay what's fair? Call Aaron Sachs and Associates.
Coleman Family Chiropractic, a locally owned chiropractic clinic focusing on the whole family, using tools like the K-laser therapy, the most advanced and researched therapeutic laser on the market. Dr. Coleman utilizes the most up-to-date diagnosis and treatment protocols to provide individualized care in order to help patients recover quicker and eliminate pain. Call or go online to set up your appointment today.
At Coleman Family Chiropractic, we treat you like family.
If the real Jenny Craig were here, what would you say to her?
Thank you for giving me my mom back.
For helping my wife feel confident again.
For helping my mom smile again. Thanks.
Thanks for making the most of my moment.
The moment Sloan was ready to lose weight, she came to Jenny Craig, met her personal consultant, picked from our delicious food, and never had to worry about what to eat.
A moment really can change your whole life with Jenny Craig.
Try us free for a month plus the cost of food and get $50 in food savings.
At Denver Mattress, we believe in crafting products with unrivaled quality. And there's no better place in the world to do that than right here in America. We should know. We've been designing and fabricating our mattresses in Denver, Colorado for over 20 years. It may not be a common story these days, but we're proud to call it ours. And for an outstanding night's sleep, check out the incredibly designed Doctor's Choice Elite Queen Mattress, now just $9.99. A better tomorrow starts tonight at Denver Mattress.
surging crime rates and not enough cops. High-rise apartments dominating downtown with few places to park. A high-voltage power line through our backyards and rising electric bills. Columbians will soon elect a new mayor and 2 critical city council seats. Join ABC 17 News for Debate Night 16. Tough questions about Columbia's future from the people not afraid to ask them. Live March 14th at 6:30 on ABC 17 KMIZ.
Miss Anderson, Mr. Jones, the insurance company. I'm the one handling your husband's injury case. Wow, that's a lot of paperwork. Not to worry, this check for $500 should take care of everything.
Do you trust the insurance company to pay what's fair? Call Aaron Sachs and Associates.
From traffic accidents to scams, ABC 17 News wants to know what's happening where you live right now. Just email news@kmiz.com or call our Jefferson City or Columbia newsrooms. ABC 17 News, where the news comes first.
You're watching ABC 17 News at noon in high definition on KMIZ, where the news comes first.
Well, good morning. We are looking at warm temperatures moving in, a southwesterly wind pushing in that moisture as well as those well above average temperatures. 72 degrees right now in Sedalia. Looking at the live cams, you can see clouds are starting to move in. 71 degrees in the Lake of the Ozarks and 75 in Columbia. Now, as we head into this afternoon, we're going to see the first round out of 2 rounds of heavy rainfall starting at about 3 p.m. That's when our first batch of heavy rainfall will move through for mainly areas to the south of I-70. And as we head into this evening, that'll continue to push to the north and east. But notice here by 3:30 in the morning for tomorrow morning, the majority of it will be cleared out of our area to the east of Highway 63. So waking up tomorrow morning for your Wednesday morning commute, it's looking fine, except for if you are going to be driving along that I-44 corridor, you will see rain. And as we head into the day Wednesday, that's when our second round will start to make its way to the north here for Wednesday into Wednesday night. Thursday, once again, we dry out. We're getting lucky for these morning commutes. For your Thursday morning commute, again, it'll be mainly limited to the south of I-44, and that'll continue to stay that way throughout the day on Thursday. Now, as we head into later this week, Friday and Saturday, we're actually going to start to see the low pressure system that's been developing to the southwest United States start to actually make its way through mid-Missouri. Now, that'll give us chances for rain once again starting Friday night into Saturday morning here. They'll eventually start to taper off as we head into a Saturday night and Sunday morning. As far as your updated rainfall amounts go, we're looking at heavy rain through Saturday. In fact, the heaviest rain will be located to the south and east of I-44, where up to 4 inches of rain could be possible. For our central counties, we could see up to 2 inches of rain into the west of Highway 63, up to 1.5 inches of additional rainfall. So because of that, we do have some flooding concerns right now for the Moreau River near Jefferson City. We are expecting the river to rise up to a minor flood stage at about 20.9 feet, but then they'll eventually retreat as we head into Friday evening. Looking at today, hitting that high of 74 degrees, warm with those increasing showers in the afternoon. Tonight, not cooling down too much, sticking with that chance for showers, 56 for your low temperature, and tomorrow cool down slightly after a cold front makes its way through our region. Still looking at temperatures warm near 65 degrees, and a final look at your 7-day forecast. Man, just keep that umbrella out, keep the rain jacket out, and keep those rain boots out, because we're looking at a rainy work week ahead with finally drying time by Monday.
Man, that is a long, rainy week ahead.
It is.
Thanks, Casey. In a crime alert this afternoon, a 21-year-old man is behind bars and charged in 2 sexual assaults on Mizzou's campus. And excuse me, he was Zachary Jones, that is accused of grabbing a woman and forcing her to the ground on University Avenue, but she says that she was able to fight him off. He is also accused of raping another woman Saturday morning. MU police say Jones is homeless and is not a student. And we're still working this afternoon to figure out what caused a car crash in Columbia. Take a look. This is the scene on Scott Boulevard and Chapel Hill Road last night around 7. Keep in mind, we've been covering safety issues on Scott Boulevard for months now. Residents told ABC 17 News back in September they are concerned about speeding along this part of the road. Missouri Democrats are blocking a proposed constitutional amendment. It would grant greater religious protections to businesses that decline to provide goods or services for same-sex weddings. Senate Democrats stalled a vote on the measure during a filibuster that ran into this morning. They argued the change would permit discrimination against same-sex couples. And this is a live look at a house in Montgomery County where a 49-year-old man was shot and killed. Authorities believe the shooting was connected to an ongoing manhunt in the area after a quadruple homicide in Kansas City. Coming up, we'll check back in with ABC 17's Joe McLean for the latest on the search.
I don't take cases if I'm not willing to go and take it to court.
You have to be a hard worker. You have to be quick on your feet.
If you take cases and then it gets hard and then you get out of them, then the insurance companies know they can push you around.
The insurance company has real good lawyers, and they know who tries it and they know who doesn't.
No matter how big or how small your case is, we always try to do the right thing. We always try to get justice for our clients.
At Ing & Woods, we stand for you.
Working with kids is a big part of my life. I get to know each of my players by listening to them. It's so rewarding because they start to gain confidence in themselves. It's helping them grow into young men. When I found out I had lung cancer, I expected the doctors to treat me in the same way. After I got my first opinion, I wanted to talk to somebody else about what other options there were. I wanted to be part of that decision. I needed a second opinion. I got both at Cancer Treatment Centers of America in Tulsa. My doctor understood that who I am, a fitness buff, was just as important as what cancer I had. We talked about options. They put the pieces together and came up with the treatment plan. My doctor told me about a robotic surgery that was less invasive, that felt best for me. That second opinion was critical, but more importantly, I got options. At CTCA, it's all about what you can do, and that's exactly how I coach my kids. I feel fantastic now.
The evolution of cancer care is here. Learn more at cancercenter.com/Tulsa. Appointments available now.
Socket is ABC 17's exclusive provider of local telephone service. With Socket, now you have a choice. Call Socket at 1-800-SOCKET-3.
No one plans to get in an accident. But if that happens to you, you need an experienced lawyer on your side. One who will not only fight to get you the settlement you deserve, but will take a genuine interest in your well-being. A lawyer recognized in your community for excellence. When it comes to a personal injury lawyer, you need the best. Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We have won over $80 million for our injured clients and their families. And we will fight for you.
Let's drive down, we'll fly down to New Orleans.
Hey folks, Papa Jeff here for Jazz. Holiday party, graduation, birthday, anniversary, reunion. Create your special memories at Jazz. Or Jazz Catering will deliver to you. It's beautiful, baby, I guarantee. Rated best seafood in Columbia 5 years running. And check our band schedule at www.jazzkitchens.com. See you soon at Jazz. And laissez le bon temps rouler.
You want to tell me why you ripped out the kitchen?
The kitchen did not work. She told me she would buy a replacement toaster that I could cook with.
Next Judge Judy.
Today at 3 on ABC 17 KMIZ.
Now back to that breaking news. Right now, multiple agencies are in Montgomery County helping with the search for this man, Pablo Serrano. Authorities say he's wanted for questioning in connection to a quadruple homicide in Kansas City, and he's considered armed and dangerous. Right now, we want to take you back out to ABC 17's Joe McLean, who is in Montgomery County. And Joe, the manhunt, is it still underway?
It is, Kelsey, and police, we told you earlier in the half hour that police discovered a man shot to death, a 49-year-old man in this house right across the highway here on Tree Farm Road. They believe that victim was connected to the 4 gunshot victims in Kansas City that were discovered last night, and they're currently still searching for the suspect in the Montgomery County area. And you can find more details about this manhunt on our website, abc17news.com, and we'll, of course, continue to follow this throughout the afternoon. Reporting live in Montgomery County, Joe McLean, ABC 17 News.
All right, thanks, Joe. And as he just said, our crews are going to stay over there in Montgomery County working to learn more about this manhunt. We'll keep posting any updates we get online. It's abc17news.com as well as on our Facebook and Twitter accounts.
Well, all this warm air as well as moisture and those chances of rain all throughout the 7-day forecast is kind of just a hint, hint, nudge, nudge that the severe weather season is on its way. And we have our severe weather special airing just in time at 6:30 tonight on ABC 17 and 9:30 tonight on Fox 22. And a final look at your ABC 17 Storm Track 7-day forecast. For tonight, we're going to see showers in the area, quickly moving out by your Wednesday morning here. And then we have chances for showers throughout the rest of the work week, even into the weekend, finally drying up by Monday.
All right, thanks, Casey, and thanks for watching. Have a good Tuesday.